else you'd like to discuss?
No, I guess if you wanted to take us through a couple of the wines, that would be great.
Yeah, perfect. I have all them here. And 2 glasses, one for white and one for red.
Okay,
So, shall we start with the whites first?
absolutely.
Let's start with the Sauvignon Blanc. Okay,
Okay.
and I have the vintages that you have. It's 2019, if I'm correct.
Yep.
Okay, let's start with the Sauvignon Blanc first. Anthony, you don't have wine to Washington, unfortunately. You're gonna hear and not taste.
This
At
is
the moment.
a new form of virtual torture I'm having to sit through. I'm very jealous of both of you right now.
Okay, the first one, Sauvignon Blanc. I suggested we try first this one because, as I said, Sauvignon Blanc is a more soft wine. It's a fine wine, and I mean of all the whites we have, the more light, if I can say it like that. I mean, less heavier at the taste and at the aromas. So first thing to do, we see the color. Do you ever made a wine tasting, a professional wine tasting before?
I have dabbled. I haven't gone through and actually done the real deal. You know, I know about taking the notes and looking, to check the color, to
Okay,
smell, you
you
know.
know the way that the wine
Yeah.
tasting is done. Perfect. First, we look at color. From the color, we understand many things about the wine. Even if we don't see the label, we understand many things from the color. We understand the vintage, if it's a pale yellow, if it's a light yellow, or if it is turning into a rich yellow to golden. It means many things about the wine. This wine is a pale yellow, and it means that it's a fresh tank wine. So the first thing is we see the color. The second thing, we smell. We smell first. We have still the glass, and then we swirl the glass and we smell again in order to evaporate. The wine can evaporate more aromas if we swirl it. Do you see the intensity is bigger
Yes.
now? What do you smell, Gus?
It's very fresh. I like the I
I
like it.
smell I smell peach
Do
and
you?
citrus. Mhm.
It to me, I get citrus. I get I have a hard time finding peach, to be honest, but I get a lot of I want to
Apple
say
maybe.
almost apple or pineapple kind of
Yeah.
that really fresh, crisp
Yeah.
is the word that comes to mind.
That's true. And then we taste the wine. Just a little sip. Perfect. And what we see is the acidity. This has a medium acidity. And of course, the aromas of the mouth. Are they the same as the aromas of the nose? And the aftertaste. The longer the aftertaste is, the better for the wine. I think that has a medium
A medium
length.
finish.
Yeah, that's right, a medium finish.
That's
But
very
it's a
nice.
wine that I don't know. You saw the wine in the stores, in merchants, smaller merchants. What kind of stores? Restaurants?
We're in a few restaurants. We're in a couple smaller wine shops, and then in bigger stores. Where once people get to know it, they can go and find it. I'm finding though that it's easier to sell to larger stores, but it's easier to sell to customers when you're in a smaller location where you got people that can take the time to do a tasting or to talk more about it and to give actual notes versus just a retailer with somebody working hourly. Not to say that they don't appreciate the product, they just don't have the time to really talk about it.
That's right. That's right. So you make wine tastings there, if there's
Yeah,
a need to make a wine tasting.
yeah,
Perfect. So
yeah. This
I said,
one's
yeah.
this one's been very popular too. People like this one a lot.
Yeah, and they know the variety. The Sauvignon Blanc is international variety, so I think maybe it's easier to sell that kind of wines. I mean, international varieties, not so much the Greek varieties before the wine tasting. I think that they first need to taste the wines and then decide which one uh, maybe they
That's
want.
actually one of the bigger objections I've had is
Yeah,
people don't know Greek wines, and they
that's
think they're
right. I
the
know.
names are funny and they don't know how to pronounce them.
Yeah,
Well, my first response is, well, you know what a Chardonnay is, you know what Sauv Blanc is,
that's right.
and you also know, what, like the regions that are comparable. I mean, that's one thing I forgot to ask you earlier was, I mean, if you had to say, like compare your growing region to another region in Europe, what would you say would be the closest comparison?
I think that for the reds we're closest to the Spanish wines, Spain. And for the white, I think Italian wines is more close to us.
Okay.
I've been to France, I've been to Burgundy, to Beaune, and I've tried their Chardonnay and their Pinots, and they're totally different. They have a different terroir, different weather conditions, even different size of grapes.
Mm.
And I've been there for, as I said, for my practice, for my training. And some of the days we made the harvest there at Burgundy. And I have a small hand. And the grapes, uh, I think that they are the size of my hand. So they
Wow.
have totally different kind of style of wines and that. But in Greece, we are close to Italy for the whites
Mhm.
and for the reds to Spain. I
Excellent.
love Spanish wine also, except for Greek
Yeah.
wine. Yeah, first the Greek ones. So this wine, I think that it would be, I don't know, if you sell it more easily at the restaurants, at the wine shops. I think that it can be sold everywhere. So it's an easy to drink wine. It's a delightful wine. I
Yeah.
think that it will be easy for you
Agreed.
to have a good feedbacks for that one. So, shall we proceed to the next one?
Sure.
The next one is gonna be the Malagousia, and also Malagousia. But I'm having the current vintage, 2020. I
Okay.
don't have any of the 2090 because this one is also very popular in
Yeah.
Greece. Yeah, Greek people love Malagousia and also the Kokinophili, the red keys. So I have a different vintage. What's the difference between vintages? Uh, the current vintage will have more intense aromas. Also, the 2019 would have the aromas, but then the intensity would be lower, would be reduced
Okay.
at a small amount. Yeah. Also, the color. Yeah. Gus, ask me.
Are you seeing much difference between the vintages based on weather and how your yields are? Just because I know that's a big factor in the, somebody will say, well, I love that particular wine, just not when it was in 2017 or whatever. Is
Yeah.
that something that you really are concerned with?
I think that, of course, weather plays a significant role, but uh, the way you make the wine, the variety itself, that's the main. Um, how, how can I say that? That's the main effects of
Sure.
the warm windows. Yeah. So yes, maybe that if a year has many rains at the summertime during the maturation of the grapes, yeah, maybe we would not have so many aromas. We would have aromas, but not so many, not so intense aromas.
Sure.
Yeah. The way of winemaking is the same every year, and we use the same style of winemaking. We practice on that. So, what do you smell now?
I smell pear. I get pear or uh, that's what I always compare it to, and I don't know if it's because I got it stuck in my head, but to me that's just such a lovely, just nice. It's so nice.
Different from Sauvignon Blanc, although that
Yeah.
they are both at the same kind of wines, soft wines, delicate wines. this style.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the acidity also is medium to
Yeah.
low acidity. Yeah. Don't have intense acidity.
For me, that's sitting out on a deck in the sun. That's just a nice. Um, I feel like summertime when I drink that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So nice.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Little tart finish too. It stays for a little while. It's kind of a medium finish, and it's kind of tart, but not. That doesn't suck your cheeks in.
Yeah. If you pair this wine with food, it will also have different
Mm-hmm.
aromas and different taste. It will be more intense. And the food helps the wine, and the wine helps the food also.
I think with
That's what I tell my students at the
yeah.
school. They are chefs, so I tell them make a dish that pairs that wine. Okay.
With like a nice shellfish or
That's right.
I feel like clams. You'd probably be good to cook. Cook clams in or something. I feel like some clams and garlic and a nice glass of Malaguzi. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Mm.
You said that Americans love this wine. Am I right?
Yeah. It's people are surprised. They also like the story, the fact that they can pronounce it, but it's a kind of an exotic grape to them. It's nice.
Malagousia. The at the end of the word. I know it's a difficult Greek name. The Greek language is one of the difficult languages all over the world. So what can I say?
Okay, what's next?
What next is the Chardonnay.
Okay.
Rich texture wine with specific aromas. This wine, even if I have the vintage 2019 like you, the fun fact for this wine is that I prefer, for my personal opinion, I prefer previous vintages, not fresh vintages. Yeah, it gets better year by year. And I'm having, just a moment, I'm having previous vintages here. I'm keeping these vintages, these bottles. You see that we had a different label.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it is a 2009.
Oh, wow.
And I'm keeping that vintages for vertical wine tastings. Yeah. And it's really very interesting because this wine, it gets better and better when years go by, and the vintages, I mean the previous vintages.
I saw on your Instagram you have some hand painted bottles.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you about that. Thanks for asking. Yeah. My mother is an artist. She's also a part of the winery. She paints the bottles, and especially the magnums. I'm gonna bring you one to see it. Just a moment.
I hope she doesn't have to run too far.
I can't imagine moving a Magnum around. Those things are huge, right? Like it's like holding a small child and like.
I think you're thinking of like the Nebuchadnezzar, or they have those. They carry like 50 bottles worth. The Magnum's not that big.
You never know.
Here. So, two different designs. You see?
Those are beautiful.
Yeah, I know. But we have small quantity of these wines. We have only of these bottles, only 500 max quantity, because it's a wine that someone can buy it only for a gift, for to keep it at the home and open it in a special night, or I don't know.
If
So
somebody,
they are for collectors, especially
Yeah.
for collectors. We don't have mass production of these
Right.
wines. But if you
some
want to try some,
someone from the U.S. wanted them, they have to go and get them there.
okay. I'm gonna send you as a gift one for both of you, and you'll have the opportunity to taste this one.
Nice.
Yeah. So where did we? Or Chardonnay. Different aromas,
It is.
and also different. I didn't mention, but it's a higher alcohol content. There we have 13.5 percent alcohol. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I get oddly anise.
Yeah, anise.
Um, which
smell
I
more
love.
tropical fruits like citrus, of course, maybe pineapple. Sorry. Yeah.
Mm.
And also the aftertaste is more long.
Yeah.
And you see the difference of the acidity? It has a higher acidity.
Mm-hmm.
And this wine also pairs with meat, if it's a white meat, of course. And I think I love Chardonnay, although it's an international variety. Okay. And although I've been to France and I've tried Chardonnay from France, it's totally different from Greece, from Italy, from I've tried wines from all over the world, especially at the exhibitions we take part at, Germany and everywhere. I forget to tell you, we do exports. We export to US, to you, and we export to Asia, to China, and also to Europe, Germany, Switzerland, England from time to time, and Cyprus, of course, and many countries in Europe. But we've tried before to cooperate with some companies at US. They were Greeks at New York, but somewhere we disagree. We didn't find a way, and that's why we wanted to start cooperation with US, and we are very happy for our cooperation. So,
Yeah, as are we, and we're excited to grow. Just because, I mean, I feel like we've got kind of an embarrassment of riches here with what you've sent us. That we knew it was good, but just just the surprising how shockingly good it is. You know, there's lots of great wines, particularly, the United States. Napa's coming out, Paso Robles is coming out, great stuff. Oregon, Washington, they're all starting to come up, but these are something new and exciting, and I'm really looking forward to getting in the hands of more people.
That's right. Yeah.
And
I hope someday I will be able to reach. Yeah.
I'm sorry. The Chardonnay was another one that that's people kind of associate Chardonnay over here with that's the one they drink in the afternoons, the housewives and the at happy hour. So people are kind of stuck in their ways with whatever Chardonnay they like. The other one is the big famous ones that come out of Napa, the Chateau the one they made the movie Bottle Shock about.
It's okay. Never mind.
Yeah, I can't remember but that's the one that everybody wants. I'm like, well, that's a $300 bottle of wine. This is more accessible. This is a very nice, really smooth, nice Chardonnay.
Of course. And now, let's move on to the reds.
Okay.
First, we're gonna taste the Merlot. And we're gonna keep going.